In many of the discussions I have with business owners in our industry, I realize that most of the questions that they have come back to two essential points. The first one is delegation, and the second one is personal development. So today, a short podcast to discuss those two and give you some ideas on how you can delegate more and invest in your own personal development. Hello, and welcome to a new episode of the Business of Meeting podcast. Today, I would like to emphasize 2 points which I believe are extremely important if you want to grow your business and if you want to improve the way you're managing your business. And those are delegation and personal development. First, I would like to share some thought on the delegation part. When I started my first business, I was trapped in the hamster wheel, which I'm sure many of you are as we speak today. And what is the hamster wheel is the following. I had a first project, say, great. Nobody can do it better than I do. So I certainly not going to ask anyone to do it. And I'm going to run the project. And it's my brand and it's my client and it's my company, blah, blah, blah. And then I finished the project and almost when I was done, I thought, oh my God, I need to find a new project. I don't have any more project anymore. And I found a new project. And here we go again. I'm going to do it myself. And so on and so forth. This is not growing a company. This is not having a business. This is just going from one project to another, which is great for a while until you realize that if you really want to grow your business and if you really want to have more time for yourself, you really need to start delegating. And this is really exactly what I did. I hire people to help me run the project. And actually, the very first time that I was not on the project was a weekend I will always remember. It was actually, we had 2 projects that weekend. And guess what? Everything went well. I had a call once or twice during the weekend. I didn't have any more nails to bite. But at the end of the day, our clients were happy. Everything went very well. And from that day on, I really started delegating more and focusing on what I do best. Something I often mention is the way I was raised in Belgium was more into you have strength, you have weaknesses, you have to work on your weaknesses. Until one day I realized that no, I don't want to work on my weaknesses. I want to focus on my strength, and I want to hire people whose strengths are my weaknesses. And so in terms of delegation, in terms of building a team, in terms of growing your business, in terms of having more time for what you want, whether it's your family, it's your kids, it's your hobby, it's playing golf, whatever it is, you really need to change your mindset. If somebody does it like 80% of what you would do, it's good enough. And it's good enough for the customer. And from the moment it's good enough for the customer, it's good enough for the business. So I would really encourage you to think about the delegation, change your mindset. And a very easy way to do that is from now on, for every little thing that you are doing, ask yourself the question, should I be the one who should be doing that? And quite frankly, when I started my first business, we didn't have virtual assistant all over the world. We didn't have AI. We didn't have website where you can hire people for specific tasks. So it is a wonderful moment to develop your business. It's a wonderful moment to grow your business. It's a wonderful moment to get more time for what matters to you, to focus on what you do best, to really work on your business. But the very first thing in terms of delegation is to change your mindset. So that's really the first point I wanted to share with you. The second one, I believe this will make a huge impact on your life, on your business, and on the way you're basically managing everything. And that's personal development. I want to share a story with you that made me think when I was thinking about the personal development. Back when I was studying business, I had an amazing marketing teacher in the year before last. And I studied a master in international management. And his name was Bernard Adriaansens. He was the marketing director of Mitsubishi in Belgium. Fascinating person, obviously very hands-on. He knew exactly what he was talking about, which was not the case with all the teachers, unfortunately. But in his case, was definitely that. But I remember that the year before last, one of the students asked him, well, sir, next year, when we graduate, you're going to hire students that have a college degree, right? And he paused and looked at that lady, never forget. And I'm just not mentioning her name because I still remember that, but to protect the innocent, as we say. And he looked at her and said, Miss, the fact that next year you might be graduating is not necessarily a disadvantage. And I thought it was wonderful. And why did he say that? It's because we've raised, in a way, when you do a college degree, you think that, okay, good, I know everything. Well, actually, we know nothing. We have maybe learned to learn, which is great. But in terms of what are we going to do in the business and the evolving part of the business, there's nothing that we know. And so his whole philosophy was, great, you've learned those things, you have a basis, now you have to keep on learning. You never, ever stop learning. And that to me is the way I look at life. I love learning, I love reading, but I also teach accelerator for EO, Entrepreneurs Organization. And so I see many industries, many businesses in different industries. And I must say that what I'm really shocked is I believe that our industry, the meetings and event industry, is probably the last one where people are actually investing in their own personal development. And I thought about it, and maybe there are two reasons that would explain that. The first one, obviously, is hosted by a program. We invited to go, trade show, flight paid, rooms paid, being taken care of, wine and dine, wonderful. Obviously, meeting the exhibitors. But at the end of the day, we don't pay for it. And the second reason, I think, is all the familiarization trip. And you know as much as I do that if you want, you could be gone from January 1st until December 31st. So I think we've still been used to getting things for free, having one or two sessions here and there, but not really investing in our own personal development. And I think it's extremely important today more than ever to adapt, to be adaptive, to be able to learn new skills, to be able to keep track with where the market is going. And in order to do that, I would offer there's different tools that you can use. But the first thing is, for me, in terms of processes, look at the plan that you have for your business. In other words, in the next 10 years, where do you want to be with your business? And maybe then go back the next 5 years, next 3 years. So look at your plan, look at your role. What role are you going to play in the execution of that plan? And then look where you think that you should be improving your skills. In other words, things that you like, things that you want to do, things that you have to do that are your responsibilities, things that you're not necessarily going to delegate. Where should you improve? Where should you focus your personal development? And where should you invest in your own personal development? And I have to tell you that this is something that I've always been doing for myself. I'm investing a lot in terms of coaching, mentoring, and masterminds, groups, entrepreneur groups. There are plenty out there. You can have also free content online. You can have executive programs. You can have masterminds. You can have a mentorship program. You can have coaching program. You can have organization like Entrepreneurs Organization, EO, YPO, Vistage. There's a lot of resource out there, but that will never happen if you don't block time and if you don't decide to really invest some funds in your own personal development. So quickly, and in summary for today, I do believe that if you want to have an impact on your business, if you want to grow your business, if you want to have more time for what matters to you, you need to take into consideration two extremely important points. First one is delegation. Second one is investing in your own personal development. Always available. If you have any question, if I can help you in any way, if I can guide you, don't hesitate to reach out to me on LinkedIn. And until we meet, I wish you good luck and good work in developing your own business. I hope those two elements make you think: delegation, personal development. If you have any thought, if you have any questions, if I can help you in any way, please reach out on LinkedIn or go to the website eventbusinessformula.com, where you can find a lot of resources. Thank you and talk to you soon.